Right. Thank you for joining this morning, bright and early. My name is Jennifer Bento-Pinion. I'm here at MEFA on the college planning team as director of MEFA Pathway. And just a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. Everyone will be on mute throughout the presentation. The session is being recorded, and I will send a follow-up email with a copy of the recording along with some contact information. So if you have any questions following the presentation, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Another item I'll remind you of is that this session, which will go, it's at one of our minis, so about 15 minutes, does qualify for PDP, so quarter of a PDP point. So that information will be included in the follow-up email as well. So you could fill out the evidence of learning form right online. We now have an online form that you can fill out and submit. So don't forget to take advantage of that. All right, so as an extension of all of the great resources that MEFA offers, MEFA Pathway is a cost-free, comprehensive college and career planning online web portal. It's available for students in grades 6 through 12. So MEFA Pathway is an engaging, intuitive, interactive program that supports and guides post-secondary planning for all types of students. So it's been proven that early exploration and discovery is beneficial for the students as it allows them to start identifying and assessing their interests, their values, their skills, their favorite subjects and talents, and how that aligns with a possible career path. And MEFA Pathway helps to facilitate this. So when a student creates an account in grades 6, 7, or 8, they will see activities appropriate for those grades. And then when they progress to grade 9, their MEFA Pathway account transitions with them seamlessly. And then they will see additional activities than previously completed. So today, we're going to take a walkthrough of the new features that have been enabled for the middle school level students. So that's grades 6, 7, or 8. So let's, I would just say too, highly encourage all of you to create your own student test account. It's very simple to do, and it really allows for you to see the student experience. Even though the platform is very intuitive to students, it does help if the educator that's supporting them is familiar. All right, so all students have to register as a new user in order to access the website. So if you were to create your own test account, you would go through that same process. So as a first-time user, you would just click register here, and then the student would be brought through that registration process. So first name, last name, date of birth, city or town the school is in, the school, and then they do on the subsequent pages create a username, a password. They do have to have a working email address in order to create an account. And if you are a Clever school, we are newly integrated with Clever. So that allows for a single sign-on. So that's an option if you're a Clever school. So I'm going to log into my test account here. So credentials, username, and password, and just clicking on log in, which is very simple. So now when the student logs in, you'll be brought to their dashboard page. So this is Willoughby. She's a grade 8 student, as you can see here. And the dashboard is the student's personal homepage. So it kind of allows the student to be guided through next steps. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here to show you the badges that the student can earn. So once they start working through different activities within the portal, these badges will be highlighted. And Willa's been busy, so all of her badges are highlighted. So if you just were to click on one of the badges, you'd see the requirements to earn the different badges here. Okay. So we also have, just to note, we also have a messaging center and a document library that the student can access on their dashboard. So the student can upload completed projects in different formats, including Google Docs. And then the messaging center, it all goes through MEFA Pathway. So if you're one of our affiliate schools, you can send an alert to a group or to a specific student, but it all goes through the website here, all through MEFA Pathway. All right, so let's get started on what I want to show you today, just as far as our new features. So the new features are located under this Discover Careers tab here, and we're going to navigate over to Get to Know Yourself. So we have 3 newly available activities assessments under the Get to Know Yourself. So we have what are your interests, what are your work values, and what are your skills. And the interest in the work values, once the student saves results from from those assessments, ties into the career search piece. But before we get to that, let me show you what this assessment looks like here. So this is also available for the high school students. So the interest assessment, a student they can retake this as many times as they like. If you're an affiliate school and you have access to the counselor portal, you as an educator would be able to see up to 3 groupings of the students' results. Once the student retakes the assessment for a 4th time, those the oldest set of results would be removed. So you'll be able to, in the counselor portal, assess trends and differences as a student retakes these assessments. So I wasn't going to bring you through the, there's 30, maybe let me go back here just to show you. So there are 30, once students clicks Get Started, so there's 30 activities that the student goes through here. So they're, every time they would log in and access this assessment, the activities would be shuffled, so I don't see them in the same order. All of these come from the Holland codes. So the student rates the activity from this very sad face to this very happy face. So they just go through, they read the activity, they rate it, and they do have to get to the 30 in order to get results. So I won't bring you through the 30. Let me get to my results page here. So I'm just going to click on previous results because I've completed this assessment. So this is what the student will see as their results page. So their top 3 results. So the student, based on the rating of those activities, sees top social, artistic, and investigative. As you can see here, there's a little summary of all of the potential results. So now here is where the student can start looking at different careers based on these results. So again, at the early age, they're really just starting to assess what they're interested in, what their favorite subjects are, you know, those talents and those skills, and looking at maybe a career category or cluster that intrigues them. So just based off of this list here, let's just click on, I'm going to click on psychiatric technician. And I will say that, and if you've been on any webinars with me before, you've probably heard me say this before, but whenever I generate a list of careers or go through these assessments, I always find careers that I haven't seen before. So it's pretty cool. I couldn't even tell you how many careers are available within the database here. I will tell you though that all of the information, all of the specifics on the careers comes from ONET, and that is updated on a yearly basis. So psychiatric technician, brief summary box here. So career category is identified, projected growth of this particular career, education level, and then programs of study, college majors that are applicable. So that's important. And then as we scroll down here, we get into some really specific information on this career. So daily tasks, work activities. Many of these careers have a video that the student can play. It's about 90 seconds to listen, to hear about what a psychiatric technician does in a particular day. So that's pretty neat. And then again, a lot of information on this particular occupation, skills required, how does that match up with the students' identified skills? So that's another assessment that's available within this platform. And then the student can then apply their top interests, their top work values, once they take that assessment, with this particular occupation's characteristics. So how do they match up to that? All right, so if a student says, wow, this career sounds kind of interesting to me, I want to save this to my career list, they can do so. So they just click save. And once they start saving careers to their list, they appear on this career list here. So my girl Willa here has 19 careers on her list. And on the educator side, in the counselor portal, you would be able to see the students' list of careers that they've added. So now Willa can say, oh, okay, you know, I can favorite careers. You know, maybe she has some that are a little more appealing than other. But important to note on this page is the career category. So maybe your student is, you know, has 20, 30 careers on their list, but they're starting to identify a trend in the career category. So as we can see here, this student, Willa, has quite a few careers that she's added to her list in the STEM category. And then the student can assess the education level. They can remove careers if they like, of course, from this, this list as well. So going back to the get to know yourself, again, 3 assessments. I won't go through all 3 of them, but we have the what are your interests, what are your work values, and what are your skills. And then the student is again applying those results to their career search. So they can also use this main career search page here to filter out a list of corresponding careers for further exploration. So they can check off a career category if they like. But something important to note on this page here is that the student can apply their top interest results. So I just clicked use my interests with it. Now we have the top 3 results automatically get checked off, and then a corresponding list of careers. So now this brings the student to a larger, more comprehensive way to search for and look at different careers. So the student again can apply a career category to this filter if they like. Can also apply an education level. So maybe Will is thinking about a 2-year degree or vocational training. So now based on that, we have 41 careers found. So again, process, the student clicks on a career that they may want to explore further, and then they can save that career to their list if they like. So a lot to do within these pages. When we work with students in the classroom, it's pretty neat because we see that they that it perks their interests. You know, it perks different things within them of like, wow, I'm good at this. I might be, you know, I'm starting to develop this particular skill. This might be this career might be something that I enjoy doing in the future, and how am I going to get there? All right, the other features that we have that are now available for the middle school kiddos are located under Investigate Your Future. So we have Now Trending, Looking Ahead, Popular Places, and Career Path. So the Now Trending, won't go into all of them, but we'll look at Now Trending here. So the Now Trending is this looks at as you can see here, current careers and skills in demand. So the student can look at, let's build out a list here based on our location. Let's pop in Massachusetts as our location, and then let's select a career category. So let's look at healthcare. So now, based on those selections, Massachusetts and the healthcare, we're seeing top 10 careers, top 10 soft skills, top technology skills, and companies that are hiring. So the student can favorite careers. They can click on any of these careers, get to that summary page. So they're looking to see the information and the data within the Investigate Your Future pages comes from Burning Glass. And so that is updated for this particular activity here, Now Trending, on a nightly basis. All right, so let's look at the looking ahead here to show you what this is all about. So here is where the students can explore current and forecasted in-demand career opportunities. So works similarly to the Now Trending, where the student can select a location. So let's stick with Massachusetts here, and then select a category. So let's stick with our healthcare. So now what the student can assess is the current demand and the job openings and the future growth. So this is projected growth through 2028. So as we can see here, registered nurses, medical and health service managers will see an increase, where maybe family and general practitioners, they're looking at it at a decrease. And this is, projected. So this also comes from, again, Burning Glass. We also have our, let's see, popular places. So this is where the students can look at areas in the United States where the highest concentration of jobs and skills are in demand. So again, we're going to apply a filter here. So we're going to stick with the healthcare. And then I'm going to select a particular occupation. So let's see, let's go with our critical care nurse. And so based on those selections, we can see that in a large part of the United States, there are greater than 1,500 jobs that are available. And as you can see here, based on the color, the data showing where the jobs are or not. And then last but not least, we have within this Investigate Your Future is the career path. So this is a super cool feature. The student can go through a tutorial if they like. But we're going to skip the tutorial. I'm going to give you the tutorial. So we're going to select a career category. So we're sticking with healthcare. And then we're going to select an occupation. So we can see that based on that career category, nice list of options here. So let's look at a dietetic technician. So when that is selected, that acts as the starter career for the students. So as you can see, it's in the middle here. And what this does is this highlights incremental steps a student might follow to reach a desired career. So based on our dietetic technician selection, you can see that these careers here are considered stepping stones. So maybe a student would start as a physical therapist aide and then work their way up to a dietitian. And then maybe they would even advance to a pharmacy technician or a surgical technologist. So the student can click on any of these careers and they can get information on a particular career. Just a brief summary. They can make this their starter career if they like. So if they were to select that, then this career would replace our initial selection here. And then further, the student can explore related careers in a different industry. So they can select a category. So let's see, let's select personal services over here. And then we can go on to this side over here and let's select hospitality. So now we're seeing these different careers, related careers, but a different industry. So as you can see here, we provided the stepping stone careers. So maybe the student would start in food prep as a food prep worker, then become a recreational worker, and then maybe be a head cook. So you can see here that based on the related careers, but in a different industry. All right, so a lot going on within these different activities here. So the get to know yourself, just to recap, under Discover Careers, we highlighted the assessments within Get to Know Yourself. What are your interests? What are your values? And what are your skills? And then within the Investigate Your Future, we looked at the now trending popular places, looking ahead in the career path. So these are brand new features enabled for our middle school students. And I will mention that as a student starts to build through in grades 6, 7, and 8, as they start to build their profile details, their resume, their career lists, their goals and strategies, their digital portfolio. Those are areas within the platform that, as I mentioned earlier, just transition seamlessly with the student as they go through their high school years. Important for them to create that foundation in the earlier grade levels. All right, so I will be sending along a follow-up email within the next 24 hours or so with a recording to the session. Again, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. If you're a school that is interested in becoming one of our affiliates, please reach out. Again, this is a cost-free resource that MEFA offers, so it's quite a benefit to our students and families and educators, and hope you take advantage. All right, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.